There isn't enough diversity in Hollywood, according to a UCLA study.
Even though the big screen may seem far away, a man who homesteaded in South Dakota was very influential in getting African Americans into films. In tonight's Eye on Keloland, Casey Wanenberg takes a look back at the history of Oscar Micheaux and how his legacy still lives on.
Porter Williams has unlocked his passion in life,
trying to record that history,
preserving the stories of African Americans who have made a big impact on South Dakota.
I come out of the Jim Crow era.
The man behind one of his sculptures not only has a legacy that lives on in Keloland, but all around the world.
He was one of the forefathers of civil rights.
Oscar Micheaux homesteaded in Gregory County, South Dakota in the early 1900s.
He actually came through South Dakota. He was a porter on the train.
Micheaux hopped off that train at a time when very few African Americans lived in the state.
For black people, to come out here in South Dakota and try to homestead, that was, I can only imagine what it took to do that.
During his time near Gregory, Micheaux not only ranched, but started to write. He published the books himself and then sold them door to door. The books caught the attention of a film production company. Micheaux then decided to start turning his books into movies.
But he really took the art form to the next level in terms of the quality of his picture, the quality of the acting, and the quality of the film work.
Micheaux also focused on racial relationships between blacks and whites. His films followed the highly controversial movie The Birth of a Nation,
which was an absolutely disgusting, racist, awful film.
Hollywood actually hurt Black America for their portrayal of black people shuffling their feet and all the things that the movies and that dialect of how they talk.
Micheaux portrayed black people in a different light. While many of his films are silent, they spoke volumes and helped change America.
He is known as the person in the midst of the boom and bust who really took it to the next level.
Whether it was writing or ranching, it was a level that Micheaux tried to reach.
Of his homestead.
And Williams hopes will encourage others still today.
It could have been easy for Oscar to stay on that train and serve people. Really, to go for it. I mean, just to, Oscar was really an adventurous person.
An adventurous person who helped pave the way for racial equality. With Eye on Keloland, I'm Casey Wanenberg.
And you can watch more stories celebrating Black history in South Dakota in an upcoming Keloland special. African American Hidden History airs on Sunday, January 20th, following the 10 o'clock news on Monday, January 21st at 6:30 p.m.